State Beavers and the Duke Blue Devils. Reese Davis, David Paul again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
It might be small, but it is mighty. The Duke fan base has really started coming alive, and just 40,000 fans can sound like 60, the way they are passionate and yelling for their Blue Devils. Duke is finding some success in football in the last decade, and Wallace Wade Stadium is starting to really rock and roll when opponents come to town. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Beavers ready to kick it away first. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Nicholas. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground with the running back. Makes a man miss. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Throwing right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Moore.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Might be changing the route. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Escapes the pressure going right. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Running inside, it's Hatcher. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's got it again. Hard-hitting tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down.
Inside
Fourth
coverage,
down
man.
at the 41.
And it's decision time on this first drive. And I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a 4th and short situation. Trying to get points on this drive. Establish yourself. Be aggressive here on this 4th down.
The Beavers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
It's a seam wide open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people.
Snagged in, there's running room. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And the Blue Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Duke.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Murphy. Makes the grab on the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And those plays are never going to be on the highlight tapes. But, man, you love a QB that on 3rd down can understand spacing, can understand how to check the football down, let their running back do the rest, get the first down, move the sticks, so then you can make the big play later on in this drive.
The run inside. It's Hatcher.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hatcher. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. He goes right back to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Looking long. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that, my friends, is getting a perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Finding open areas. Gives them a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. Fires left. It's caught downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
To the air on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
Bringing the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Newberry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Looking for more room. At the 20. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. The Beavers Beavers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Beavers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Duke. Special teams coming through. The third aspect of the game, delivering big time. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Here comes the heat. Snagged out of the air. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Makes the grab, it's Nolan. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Oh, where's
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Beavers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Unloads to the right. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Under fire. Escapes trouble.
What the?
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run play action. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Beavers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Hits him with a stiff arm. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Snap in the shotgun. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Stepping to the right. Now he'll throw back into the middle.
Stupid throw.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the number 3 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the home team engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
God dang it,
Intercepted.
man.
Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to take a shot. Upstairs, he's got it. Hits the crease. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the comeback is on.
And, man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it down the right side. Off and running. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Once he got some room, it was over.
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
He lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Back to throw, it's Murphy. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes That results in interception, so lucky that ball was incomplete.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. There he goes. Touchdown, Duke. Rolled his way into the end zone.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Beaver offense, ready to go. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. Sound strategy here to try to punt it away from that return guy.
Returner runs out of bounds.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. Trying play action. Forced out of the pocket. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Looking for a man, it's Murphy. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it.
Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown Beavers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. And the returner will be brought down. His drive will open from the 15. Here's the handoff. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They go right back to him. Could be an alley. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Number 41, set to kick this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Hatcher. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To throw, it's Murphy. The short hands, it's Hatcher. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Running inside, it's Hatcher. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down. They got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football. But this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. On target over the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got it, first down and more. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Beavers have their offense in high gear. To the air, it's Murphy. Rushes on him. Buried before he could blink.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it down the field. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Trying to run, it's McMillan. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Hatcher. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the point after is good. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
To the air on first down. He's got it. Pulled down for the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out in the flat. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.